everyone. This is Karen.
Welcome, everybody. This is Shane.
Today we have our lesson on translation practice. And what are we going to talk about today?
I think the topic we are choosing is whether we write in a diary.
Writing in a diary.
Do you write in a diary?
I used to.
You used to write in a diary?
Yes.
When did you stop?
And I still have it.
Ooh, so
This is from like high school.
So did you stop writing in a diary after high school?
Kind of, yeah. After high school, I never really, I kind of lost the habit of keeping a diary. How about you? Did you ever keep a diary?
I did. I would say from college life.
College, okay.
Until I really started working maybe like full time, like in my 20s.
Okay.
I kept a diary, so I have lots of diaries that I also still have until
Seriously,
today.
Can I just ask, what kind of things do you keep in your diary?
I would just write about how I felt. For me, it was just a way to write about my feelings, kind of get out some of the maybe negative thoughts or try to maybe figure out a problem. When I would write about it, maybe things would become more clear to me.
Same here.
Really?
That's exactly why I kept a diary too.
Yeah, I should keep a diary now.
And it's kind of amazing. Sometimes I look back on the diary and then you kind of remember the things that happened in your life and then the feelings that you went through. So it's kind of sometimes you just forget. Unless you go back and read it in the diary. So I think it's a good way to keep a record of what happens.
Yeah, it is an interesting way to see how you've grown.
Exactly.
Or maybe in some ways that you've stopped growing and maybe you realize, wow, I used to have some dreams. Why didn't I pursue those dreams? So yeah, I'm gonna go back and look at my diaries and find out if there is something I should be doing differently.
Yeah, so it's actually a good idea. So for you guys, you can also try to keep a diary.
Cool.
All right, enjoy today's lesson.
Translation practice. Practice A.
I first got into the habit of keeping a diary when I was in high school. It's a good way to keep a record of all the things that happen in my life, no matter if they're happy or sad.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, I'm Hanny.
Welcome to this month's translation practice. Today, we're translating. As always, we'll be translating 4 Chinese sentences into English.
Right. Okay, let's get started. 今天要翻译的第一个句子是在中学的时候，我就开始养成写日记的习惯。那么主词是我，动词是养成，因为是在描述过去的事实，所以时态用过去式。
Okay. Let's talk about the good old days. I remember being young. I remember being in high school. When in high school, or when I was in high school. If you want to talk about the past, a specific period of time in the past, you can use the phrase or the phrases above. Earlier I said that I remember being in high school. If I wanted to talk about this period of time in my life, I could say, when in high school, I played basketball. Or, when I was in high school, I did a ridiculous amount of reading. There are some example sentences for you.
好，刚刚 Jeff 老师有个例句是说，他在高中的时候啊，他的阅读量非常大，大得很夸张。好，那我们要翻译在中学的时候，它其实是省略了描述的对象，也就是我。所以你用英文表达的时候，可以说 When I was in high school， 或者是 When in high school 都可以。例如 Nick learned to play the guitar when he was in high school， 或者是 When in high school。Nick 在中学的时候学会弹吉他。Okay, moving on. Let's start learning about habits. Specifically, let's talk about good habits.
Good idea, Hanny. Get into the habit of verb ing, or get in the habit of verb ing, or develop the habit of verb ing. Now, a habit, what's that? A habit is something you do regularly. A habit is something you feel like you need to do, or which has become automatic for you. Some habits are bad. Smoking, for instance, is a bad habit. Once you start smoking, once you get into or in the habit of smoking, or once you develop this habit, smoking, it's hard to stop smoking. There are good habits though, like waking up early. You should try to pick up good habits, i.e., you should get in or into, okay, these habits, okay? You should make them a part of your life. You should develop these good habits. Get in or into the habit of doing these good things. For example, get into the habit of walking 10,000 steps a day. Your body will thank you.
养成每天走10000步的习惯，你的身体会感谢你的。好，要表达养成什么样的习惯，英文可以说 get into the habit， 或者是 get in the habit， 加上 of 再加动词 ing， 或者是你也可以说 develop the habit of 加上动词 ing。我们来造2个例句。My mom has gotten into the habit of drinking 8 glasses of water every day. 我妈妈养成每天喝8杯水的习惯，她还要调闹钟提醒自己。Okay, Brad has developed the habit of reading before bed. Brad 已经养成了睡前阅读的习惯了。Okay, folks, good news. Sentence number 1 is almost in the books. I'm so excited.
Me too, and I just can't hide it. Yeah. I think I'm going to write about this later in my journal.
Wow.
Keep a diary. Keep a journal. A journal is a book, usually with blank pages in it. You fill these pages with writing that you do on a regular or a daily basis. So if you write consistently in a journal, you keep your journal there. By the way, diaries and journals are similar. In the US, though, boys keep journals while girls write in diaries. Journal, boys, diary, girls. For example, get into the habit of keeping a journal. You won't regret it.
好 ，Jeff 老师建议大家养成写日记的习惯。那么写日记的英文可以说 keep a diary， 或者是 keep a journal。那特别注意写日记的这个写的动词是用 keep。例如 ，keeping a diary can help you improve your writing skills。写日记可以帮助你提升写作技巧。好，那么现在已经看完相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子了。So the sentence could be.
I first got into the habit of keeping a diary when I was in high school.
Okay, let's take a look at the second sentence of the day. 今天要翻译的第2个句子是：这是一个记录生活中所有发生的事情的好方法，无论是快乐或悲伤。好，那我们可以用 "It's a good way to" 怎么样来表达说这是一个什么样的好方法。所以这时候它的主词就是 it， 也就是指写日记这件事。那么动词是 is。那因为它是在陈述事实，所以我们时态是用现在简单式。
Translation practice is the best. I like teaching translation. Why? Because translating is a great way to learn a language. A good or great way to verb. If someone says that A is a good or great way to do B, you should probably do A. That is, if you're interested in B. Why? Because a good or great way to do something, like B, will make doing B easier, funner, etc. For example, jogging is a great way to get exercise.
要做运动呢，那么慢跑是个好方法。我们可以用 a good way 或者是 a great way 再加不定词去表达什么什么的好方法。那这个不定词 to 加原形动词就是用来修饰它前方的名词 way 去表达什么样的手段方式。例如 ，Doing crossword puzzles is a good way to keep your mind fit。玩填字游戏是保持大脑健康的一个好方法。And jogging is a great way to keep your body fit. I think I might start jogging at some point. For now, though, there's teaching that needs to be done.
Now, the jogging can wait. Anyways, let's go ahead right now and talk about what it means to keep a record of something. Keep a record of ... If you keep a record of something, you do something so that you will not forget that thing. You can write to preserve a memory, maybe in your journal there. You can record a voice memo on your phone. You can make a blog or vlog entry, etc. In all of these situations, you are making a record of something that will allow you to remember something, to not forget that thing, to commemorate that thing even. This is what keeping a record is all about. For example, my doctor told me to keep a record of what I eat.
医生要我把吃的东西记录下来。好，那么 keep a record of 什么什么就可以表达记录、记下事情。那么 record 在这边是当名词用。例如 ，My friend kept a record of our expenses during the trip。我朋友把我们旅行期间的花费记录下来。好，另外 record 这个字也可以当动词，可是发音不同哦，要念作 record。名词 record， 动词 record。所以我们在翻译记录生活中所有发生的事情，我们就可以用 keep a record， 或者是用动词 record 去表达记录的动作。Okay, let's not wait. After we finish the following explanation, we'll be done with the first half of our lesson.
Correct. No matter if or whether they're happy or sad. Sometimes we do something, rain or shine, or regardless of something else. Me? Nothing is going to stop me from picking my daughter up from school. Rain? I'm going. Snow? Unlikely, but I'm still going. Hit by a bus? I'm still going. If I'm alive, I'm going. That's the idea here. If you do something, let's say, no matter what, you're doing it, and nothing is going to stop you. For example, no matter whether I'm happy or sad, I know my daughter will love me. She'll love me no matter what.
Oh, you really love your daughter and she loves you. Oh.
It's awesome.
好，亲子之间的爱是无条件的爱，无论是快乐或悲伤，你的父母或是小孩都会爱着你。好，那我们来看 no matter 之后接 WH 疑问词所引导的子句，可以用来表达无论不管。那么 no matter whether 或是 if 什么什么 or 什么什么就可以表达无论是什么或什么，不管是什么或什么。例如 no matter if you're a meat lover or a vegetarian, the restaurant offers a wide range of food choices. 无论你是爱吃肉的人或是吃素的人，那间餐厅有提供各式各样的食物选择。好，那现在看完相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子喽。Okay, so the sentence could be
It's a good way to keep a record of all the things that happen in my life, no matter if they're happy or sad.
Okay, folks, it's official. We have now translated the first two sentences of our lesson.
And that means it is now time for a break. Don't go away, though. We'll be back with the second half of this month's translation practice right after this.
Translation practice. Practice B.
When we are faced with a difficult situation, it's easy to have negative thoughts. We can try to look on the bright side and find positive ways to deal with stress.
Welcome back. It is now time to finish this month's translation practice lesson. The third sentence of the day is...
好，今天要翻译的第三个句子是我们面临困境时很容易会有负面的想法。那么主词是我们，动词是面临，而这个句子在陈述事实，所以时态是用现在简单式。
This is my face. It's right here.
Okay. This is my face.
Hanny has one. You have one. We all have faces. But here's the question. What does it mean to face something? We're using this word now as a verb. What does it mean to face something or to be faced with something? Good questions. Be faced with or face. If you face something, you turn to face it. You are not running away. You're dealing with it head on and directly. Somewhat similarly, if you are faced with something, your life might not be so easy. Why? Because you're being challenged. You are being forced to deal with challenges in your life. For example, I was faced with numerous difficulties. I decided to face each of these one by one.
好 ，Jeff 老师的例句是说，我面临了许多困难，我决定要一个一个面对。那么 face 当动词，它就有面临、面对的意思，像是面临困难之类的。那么主动用法 somebody faces something 就带有主动面对、正面迎击的语义，而被动用法 somebody be faced with something 则带有那种无奈啊、不情愿、被迫要面临某一种困难的语义。那我们来造两个例句。Eventually, they will have to face the consequences. 他们终究得面对后果，要承担后果。He showed great courage when he was faced with danger. 他遭遇危险时展现了莫大的勇气。Okay, it's time for me to confess something. I do
Did
not.
you kill JFK or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean, I do not like challenges. Challenges make me feel bad. I don't like feeling bad. I don't think I'll ever stop feeling bad.
Oh, I get it. You're being negative. You had me going there. So you're not really feeling bad. You're just giving us some examples of negative thoughts. Nice. Negative thoughts. Negative thoughts are bad thoughts. Positive thoughts make you feel good. They make you feel better. While negative thoughts make you feel bad, sad, angry, etc. It's best to ignore your negative thoughts. Thoughts like these are rarely helpful. For example, if you start to believe that your negative thoughts are true, you're going to get depressed.
如果你开始相信自己的负面想法，就会变得很沮丧了。好，要表达负面的想法，英文可以说 negative thought。这个 thought 当想法来解释的时候，它是可数名词。例如 ，Whenever you have negative thoughts, try to write them down and challenge them. 但每当你有负面想法的时候呢，试着把它们写下来，并且挑战这些想法。好，那么现在看完相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子喽。So the sentence could be:
When we are faced with a difficult situation, it's easy to have negative thoughts.
Okay, it is officially time to discuss the final sentence of today's lesson. 好，要翻译的第四个句子是：我们可以试着往光明面看，并且找到积极的方法来处理压力。好，主词是我们，动词是可以试着。那它是在承接上一句，所以时态也是用现在简单式。
Wow, I just looked ahead. We have a lot of work to do, so let's try to get through this with style.
Ooh.
Try to, verb. If you try to do something, you make an attempt. You make an effort to do that thing. Maybe you fail, maybe you succeed. One way or the other, you gave it a shot. You gave it a try. You have tried to do something. For example, if you don't try to fix the situation, things will only get worse.
如果不设法去处理这个情况呢，事情只会变得越来越糟。好，那么 try 当动词，它有试图、努力、尝试的意思，后面可以接不定词或动名词，可是两者语义不同哦。try to 加原形动词，它是表达试着做某事，设法努力去做某事。那如果 try 加上动词 ing， 则是表达尝试做某事，看看结果会怎么样。好，那我们要表达试着往光明面看，应该就是用 try to 加动词来表达。例如 ，He took a deep breath and try to calm down. 他深呼吸，试着让自己冷静下来。Okay, moving on. Let's forget that we ever had any negative thoughts at all. Let's be positive.
Let's look on the bright side. Look on the bright side of life. I think there is a song that goes like that. I just didn't sing it very well. Anyways, though, negative thoughts? No way, never. Let's be positive people. Let's have positive thoughts. Let's look on the bright side. Look on the bright side of things. People who can see the bright side of life are able to see the good things in most everything, even when faced with difficult or bad situations. For example, your cat died? Oh, I'm so sorry. Look on the bright side, though. Soon, you can get yourself a brand new kitten.
如果有人家里面毛小孩过世，你要对方保持乐观态度，可能有点困难。你就会想说啊，你之后会迎接新的毛小孩嘛？但我不确定这个安慰效果会不会很好哦。好 ，Look on the bright side， 它表示看光明的一面。那么这个用语意思是指说，可能在困境啊，或是在不好的情况中看到光明好的一面。那么常常用来鼓励人们对事情保持乐观的态度。那假设你跟朋友遇到不好的事情，也许这时候就可以说 We should try to look on the bright side. Things could have been a lot worse. 我们应该试着往好的地方想，情况本来可能会更糟的。Well, Jeff, I'm beginning to feel it. I'm beginning to feel the positive energy. I'm feeling good.
I believe it. That's the power of positive thinking. You just need to find positive ways with which to deal with your life. Speaking of which, find positive ways. When you look on the bright side, you're essentially trying to find positive ways to look at the world. Finding positive ways to look at the world can help you to be a happier, more constructive person. For example, don't beat yourself up. Find positive ways to deal with your failures.
别苛责自己，要找出积极的方法来应付失败。好，那么 find positive ways 就是表达找到积极的方法，后面可以接不定词 to 加原形动词来表达说找到什么样的积极方法。例如 It's important to find positive and healthy ways to manage stress. 找到积极而且健康的方法来处理压力是很重要的哦。Okay, the final explanation of the day is coming up right now.
Deal or cope with stress or handle stress. If you face something and solve your problem, or if you've found a good way to move beyond it, you have dealt with it, or coped with it, or you have handled it. If you deal or cope with something, or if you handle something like your stress, you do what it takes to make it go away. Your stress goes away, and you feel relieved and relaxed. For example, if you don't handle your stress well, you could have a heart attack.
如果没有妥善处理压力，有可能会导致心脏病发哦。好，那么要表达处理压力，英文可以说 deal with stress， 或者是 cope with stress， 或者是 handle stress。其中的 deal with 就表示处理、解决或是应付，那可以用 cope with 或者是 handle 来代换。例如Knitting helps her cope with stress. 编东西可以帮助她处理压力。好，那么现在看相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子哦。So the sentence could be:
We can try to look on the bright side and find positive ways to deal with stress.
Okay, with that, we are now done. We are out of time now.
Yes, it's time for a break, but don't go away. We'll be back next time with more.
Hello， 各位同学，大家好，我是季安老师。我们今天带大家看一下简短对话是一个不一样的题型了。那我们来看一下题型的介绍，2到3个，可能就是男生女生男生女生，或者是2个男生1个女生，2个女生1个男生都会有。那改制之后呢，会有一个新的东西哦，就是会有一些图表，也就是说我们在听的时候还要再去参考一个图表，然后来决定这个答案到底是哪一个。所以对于有些人来说呢，这个难度的确是比较高一点点的，但我觉得呢，它是需要不一样的技巧。那这些技巧我们把它练习起来就好了，所以不用太过于担心。好，那我们来试一下这个题目的范例哦。我这边就不讲解任何的作战技巧，你们就直接听哦，就直接做了。
So, the delivery of the office furniture is scheduled for Monday morning at 6:30 a.m.
Yep, all the old furniture will be cleared out during the weekend and put into storage. We just need to make sure Mary will be at the office early to open the doors. Don't be late.
Will do. I'll be there bright and early. Murray's going to give me the key on Friday.
He goes home at 3:30 p.m. on Fridays, so make sure you talk to him before he leaves.
Yeah, if you don't get the key, then we'll be in real trouble.
Don't worry. You can count on me.
Number 1.
What is...
好， 讲到这边呢，如果呢你这3题的答案还没有选出来的话，那基本上呢这就选不大出来了，因为你会忘记刚刚讲的东西，因为资讯量非常的大，就噼里啪啦噼里啪啦，而且这是3人的对话，就好难哦。那听完之后你都没有听到重点，然后在做题目的时候就会做不出来。
This conversation mainly about.
所以呢，每一题会有8秒的时间，他会这样念过去。但是呢，如果你刚刚没有听清楚的话，到这边还是没有用。
Number 2.
还是选不出来。
When will the furniture be delivered?
他什么时候会来啊？不知道，就会听不出来，就好沮丧，怎么会这个样子？这个大题好难。
Number 3.
哎呀
Who is Murray?
All right， 所以呢，我们要来看一下，到底要怎么样才可以在这个大题里面呢，就是正确的回答出来呢？唯一的重点也不是唯一的重点，非常重要的一个重点就是你必须要在音档播出来之前，就先把3个问题的答案跟选项都读完。OK， 这样呢可以让你知道接下来要干什么事情啊。比如说 ，What is the main conversation mainly about？ 这个对话是在讲什么 ？A. Marie being late to work， Marie 迟到Getting the office ready， 把办公室准备好。C 呢 ，replacing the door， 我们要换门D 呢 ，how bright the office is， 这个办公室有多亮所以你看A B C D 感觉都是跟工作有关的，这样就会让你排除一些场景，你就知道说这些人应该就是同事，他们在讨论一些事情，是不是？第二个 ，When will the furniture be delivered？OK， 这个问题呢就会让你知道说，等一下在听的时候要特别注意一下，他如果讲到时间的时候家具什么时候会来，这要特别的听 OK。 第3个 Who is Marie？ OK， 这个人是谁？莫瑞是谁 OK， 他是 delivery man 吗？他是 a clerk from the furniture company 吗 OK， 还是 C a colleague with the office key， 他是拥有办公室钥匙的这个同事。a colleague who is in trouble OK， 好，那我们有了这个认识之后，我们再听一次，效果会完全不一样。
So, the delivery of the office furniture is scheduled for Monday morning at 6:30 a.m.
Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. 这一题答案是不是就出来了 ？OK， 再来呢，什么 delivery of the office furniture？ 所以我觉得答案第一个应该是 B。All right， 再来。
So, the delivery of the office furniture is scheduled for Monday morning at 6:30 a.m.
Yep, all the old furniture will be cleared out during the weekend and put into storage.
所有的旧家具会被清出来，所以从一开始讲说，我们要有新的家具进来，然后又说到说，旧的家具要清出去，所以我们可以去想说，这个答案应该是跟 B 有关，对不对 ？Getting the office ready， 再来。
We just need to make sure Mary will be at the office early to open the doors. Don't be.
Okay, we'll just have to make sure Murray will be at the office early to open the door. 要确保他可以提早到办公室去开门所以呢，这题答案 C 第3个应该是 C A colleague with the office key， 因为他要去开门嘛。
Late.
Will do. I'll be there bright and early. Murray's going to give me the key on Friday.
OK， 我会到的，因为 Marie 会 give me the key on Friday， 所以这边再次的确认答案 C
He goes home at 3:30 p.m. on Fridays, so make sure you talk to him before he leaves.
Yeah, if you don't get the key, then we'll be in real trouble.
Don't worry. You can count on me.
所以呢，后面这边就不是重点了。所以你要能够在这个对话讲完之后，就把这3题的题目把它给挑出来，不然的话呢，它在一题一题的念，你还是答不出来的。以上是我们今天的课程内容，我是季安老师，我们下堂课见，拜拜。
See you next time.